Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today has been a long day for me because you see we're starting the Saw series today, and I went into this not expecting to like it, okay, because I typically don't like these kind of films, but I ended up watching 3 of them in a row. So without further ado, let's talk about the first one, Saw. Saw was released in 2004. It was written by Leigh Whannell and directed by James Wan. I believe it's pronounced Leigh. It might be Lee. I'm not entirely sure how pronunciation works. But no spoilers. But essentially, what happens is these two characters awake in a bathroom, and they're chained to pipes, and they have saws, and it is inferred that they have to cut themselves out. But even more than that, there's a family at stake, and if one person dies, the other person's set free. It's a complicated game, and I say game because it is meant to be a game, and it is brutally horrifying and awesome. I did not at all expect this to go the way that it did. Because I had thought, I've seen a lot of horror movies, it's going to be just like every other one. I was wrong. I was very wrong, and I apologize to myself for that. I loved this film. I loved it so much. Like, I can't even put it exactly into words how much I loved it. I loved the way it activated my brain, right? Because I'm sitting here on my bed, and I'm like, ugh, another boring horror movie I have to watch. No, I was wrong. It engages you in a way I had no anticipation for, right? Because I'm sitting here watching this movie, and it's asking questions that I don't have answers to, and I'm over here like, what? And by the end of the film, you're like, okay, well, everything will be wrapped up. No, it doesn't. There are still questions. And well, sure, the main idea, the plot is wrapped up, but there's more, right? Because not only are there 7 other films, but you can feel there's more. And I literally, as soon as that finished, was like, wow, that was awesome. And then I clicked play on the second one because I couldn't wait. And then I clicked play on the third one. And, one thing led to another. And now it's really late. But I honestly really liked it. I liked the ideas. I liked the traps. I liked the whole detective thing was a little weird, but it found its spot and it worked for me. It did. And I think that could have been really bad. It could have been disruptive and distracting. But I think it worked really well for what they were trying to do. Overall, this movie is freaking amazing. Let's talk about some of the acting, because I think the acting is pretty good here, too. Starting with Leigh Whannell as Adam, who also wrote the film. This picture doesn't really look like it, but the younger version of him, from 16 years ago, looks exactly like a mix between Ezra Miller and Matthew Broderick. Just Google him when he was in the film, and, I promise you'll see it. I couldn't unsee it the whole film. But he was amazing. He plays Adam, who's a photographer, and he was photographing the other person that was there secretly and is trying to live, but he has this issue where if he dies, then the other person gets set free. So he obviously is trying to, not die, because if he dies, the other person gets set free, and it's not fair to him. So it's this complicated balance of awesomeness that I really liked with his character. And his character's just so fun, and no spoilers about what happens in the end, but it's really cool. Cary Elwes as Dr. Lawrence Gordon. He's also awesome. So he's a doctor, and he's the guy that worked on the actual Jigsaw killer, but he doesn't know that, of course. And he is sent there because he is essentially cheating on his wife, and there's a lot of weird balances at play there too. And his goal is to kill Adam. But it's proving difficult because he's also chained to this thing, and he doesn't really want to kill Adam, really. His main goal is to kill Jigsaw, but in order to do that, he might have to kill Adam, and it's this awesome balance that I wasn't looking forward to. I honestly was like, it's not going to be good. But it was a very well-balanced film, and all of it works so well together, especially with Michael Emerson as Zepp, who we are led to believe is the Jigsaw killer because he is keeping Lawrence Gordon's family hostage. And it's insane because the entire film. All right, this is a slight spoiler for Saw. If you don't want spoilers, skip to the end of the video. But essentially, we are led to believe that Zepp is the killer, when in fact the killer is actually in the room with him the whole time, lying dead on the floor, but he's pretending to be dead. And I'm like, what? We get more of that later on in other movies too, and like it's just like, what the hell? That is the coolest idea I have ever heard, and it's so cool because Zepp, you're convinced Zepp is the killer. You're like, wow, that guy's the killer, and he's not. And like even I, who know that Tobin Bell plays him, it's still like I was like, maybe he isn't the Jigsaw killer here. Maybe this is a prequel. It's not. He's there the whole time, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's insane. The whole movie is really crazy. If you guys like blood and gore and awesome, complex storytelling, this is for you. The storytelling here is through the roof amazing. I've heard critics say this movie is not very great, and I've heard friends say it's really good, and I honestly was not trusting my friends. I was like, it's probably not that good. It is good. It is worth the watch, and I'm very excited to watch the other ones. I hope they're as good, although I have little hope. But I know the first one's good, and I can't wait to talk about the rest of it with you guys coming up this week. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give the first Saw an A+. Very well done. Very fun to watch. I can't wait to talk about the rest of them. I have a Saw movie coming out every single day for the next couple of weeks. It's not really actually a couple weeks. It's only 8 days. But we are ending the series on the 20th with Jigsaw. And then on Friday, the 21st. Oh, that can't be right. Oh, no. I think they moved the release date. That might not be good. I might have to switch some release dates around. That's fine. I'll work on it. But on that Friday, that movie does come out, and I am intending to watch it hopefully on that Saturday. I think I have access to a movie theater. I'll have to double check and find out, but that is the plan. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys thought about Saw in the comments below. I'd love to take a look at it. And please consider subscribing if you like the Saw series. We'll continue it. We'll do all of it. It's going to be great, grand, wonderful. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.